Hello, nerds. Welcome back to an episode of Uyghur? I don't know if I feel about that one. Hello, nerds. Welcome back to an episode of Weaver Reacts. We'll be reacting to Rick Beato today, talking about this record label's trying to silence me. Quickly, before we get into that, though, make sure to like button, subscribe if you're new here. If you're wondering why I'm doing a few reaction videos, I'm getting surgery on my knee later today because of skateboarding. Skateboarding is awesome, fun, and cool. Go do it. So anyways, this video is titled This Record Label's Trying to Silence Me, and I have a feeling it's about Rick Beato potentially being silenced by a record label. I'm gonna say it's probably UMG. It's definitely my favorite old man on YouTube. I mean that in a nice way, by the way. There's nobody I know that wears nicer shirts. There's nobody I know that has more guitars and amps in the background of their video. Holy shit.
What's up, everyone? I hate making these videos, but I really need to because it seems like the only thing that ever gets...
I know what you mean, Rick. I hate making these videos too. Oh, you're talking about this video right here. Oh, okay, yeah. Awkward. It's a joke, by the way. I'm neutral about making these videos. I'd rather do it than work at fucking Taco Bell. Let me say that.
UMG, Universal Music Group, has continued to send emails about copyright content ID claims and now copyright strikes on my channel. As a matter of fact, I have 3 shorts.
I got 3 shorts too. You know, some people tell me to buy more shorts. I tell them no. I like the shorts I have, honestly. I just don't want to do more laundry.
If they go through in the next 4 days, I'll have...
Okay, I think he's safe. I'm gonna assume... Okay, well, let's... Regardless, this was about his channel potentially getting deleted 7 days ago. Did not get deleted, but the problem is still real, okay?
Now, if you don't fight these things, those 3 strikes would actually remove my channel from YouTube.
So yeah, absurd. I don't really understand why they are doing this because they could just claim the videos and they would be making money. They really do have a vendetta against him. Like, he's actually not lying in this title here. I don't know if they're trying to silence him, but they are trying to delete him, which that might actually be worse. So, you know, if you want to tip for a title swap there, Rick, you know, delete might be a little better. And accurate, maybe? I don't know why they would, like, let me know in the comments, guys. Why do you think they would try to silence Rick Beato? It's not like he's, like, going around saying the craziest shit ever, you know? I feel like his takes are pretty lukewarm. They're not bad or anything, but I just don't feel like it's, like, particularly controversial. I don't know if he's, like, doing, like, real damage to, like, the music industry or, like, the mainstream music industry in any way. I don't know. I don't really see a reason to silence him. You know, maybe they're really trying to silence him for his takes on AI and auto-tune. Ooh, those are some spicy ones.
It's an Adam Duritz video. It's a short, and it's using the song 6th Avenue Heartache.
You sang the harmony.
So for those of you that are not familiar, Rick Beato, he does music education on YouTube in a way that appeals to a wider audience, I would say. He will often give his opinion on mainstream songs, like the top 10 Spotify, or he will, like, break down why a song works, why it doesn't work. He will do interviews, not particularly, like, the most, like, controversial stuff ever.
You sang the harmony part on 6th Avenue Heartache.
Oh yeah.
If you want to know how much money...
You know, I'm not defending the record labels in any way because fuck UMG and their stupid, silly assholes. But I mean, I don't know if he necessarily had to have this music this loud. You know, like, this is, fuck, can I even play it right now? I don't know if I'm able to play this right now. I may have to mute it. We'll see. But, like, this is absurdly loud for when you're interviewing someone. I don't know who edited this, but you don't need to make the music as loud as the dialogue. Usually the stereotypical route to go is negative 25 dB. You can actually get away with, like, playing copyrighted music if you're talking over music and it's at negative 25 dB.
If you want to know how much money this is over...
I mean, I'm assuming it's so people can, like, hear the song well, but, like, at negative 25 dB, or maybe even boost a little bit higher, you can still make out the song. You just can't make out, like, the details super well, but you can pick up the vibe. Again, not trying to defend the record labels here because fuck them, but, you know, he could definitely be more careful about this. And it's not even that the record labels are right, but... You know, we know that they abuse fair use. We know that they abuse the copyright system. And, you know, I do applaud him for fighting them head on. But they have more money. They have more power.
That one video, the 6th Avenue Heartache one, made $36.52.
It's definitely not about money. I think we can all agree on that here. For those of you who don't know, YouTube Shorts make virtually nothing. The whole benefit of uploading YouTube Shorts is basically to try and increase the reach on your channel or maybe appeal to a different audience. Because usually, I mean, there's there's definitely overlap between YouTube Shorts and long form videos, but there's a segment that watch only one or the other. So by not uploading YouTube Shorts, you are missing out on that. Another thing to add to that, it's not even because YouTube wants to rip you off or any of these platforms want to rip you off. Instagram might. I don't know. I've looked at the ad revenue I got on Instagram and I was like, how is 500,000 views 5 cents? That doesn't make sense to me. But usually it's a lot harder to get ads on short content. Also, it's harder to get people to watch ads on short content because it's so short. Where are you going to put the ad? Either the beginning or the end, basically, or somewhere on the page.
With its 250,000 views. So they're going to take my channel down over less than $100 for you.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here to say it's not about the money. Because if it was about the money, they would just claim you. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know why they would be going after you. The only thing I could think is maybe it has something to do with AI, if I had to guess. Maybe it has something to do with AI. That's the only thing I can really think of. Talking about AI and shitting on AI. That's my guess. I don't know. I don't know why they would be so offended about it, but I don't really see any other reason they would go after him.
Using a small segment from an interview with him on a song he sang on. Okay? That video is 55 seconds long. The next one has me in it. It's an Olivia Rodrigo song that I played maybe 10 seconds of the song on, and the short is 42 seconds long. Who did it? Universal Music Group. The third...
Yeah, this is another reason why, I feel like it is a attack. Because it's all Universal Music Group.
Copyright strike is from a Hans Zimmer short. It's also UMG. It's from the Crimson Tide soundtrack. Now, what do these things say? It says, what happened? Your video is scheduled to be removed in 4 days and your channel will get a copyright strike due to removal request from a claimant. The claimant is Universal Music Group.
So I'm not sure how long ago they changed this, but when Busyverse Beats striked me, I got it immediately. I didn't have the chance to remove the video. Otherwise, I might have. I don't know. I don't know what I would have done. But this has to be like kind of a new thing because I did not get this option like 3 months ago.
If you delete your video before then, your channel won't get a copyright strike. Just today, I opened up my email. And if you look at this, these are all copyright claims that just came in or content ID claims. So they start at 104 and then the next.
So I don't know how they're doing this. It's either a bot or they had them all lined up to do one after the other.
At 104, and then the next one's at 104 p.m. The next one's at 104, then 118 p.m., then 133 p.m., then 201 p.m., 216 p.m., 218 p.m., 220.
Because at least for the strikes, there's like a bunch of stuff you have to fill out. I'm not as sure about the claims, but for strikes, there's like a bunch of information you have to put in. So yeah. I mean, those were all claims, though.
20 p.m., 2:21 p.m., 2:29 p.m., 2:30, 2:32. Those emails are all in a row. That's how many I got just between 1:30 and 2:30. All those content ID claims from videos that are all fair use. Now, I mentioned this a few weeks ago when I made the video.
For those of you who do not know what fair use is, it is a legal defense in court. And basically, you should be allowed to utilize a copyrighted piece of work for critique, commentary, parody. You can utilize small segments or maybe even more of the content, depending on the context and what you're using it for, in order to reference something. Because if you're going to critique something, it would help a lot if you're able to show it. Things should be able to be made fun of and critiqued. Same thing for commentary. And basically, it's the reason why people are able to react to videos on YouTube and still monetize them, or is the reason it should be that way. And there's definitely a lot of factors that come into play. For instance, like how much commentary is added. Does it take away from how much does it take away from the original video? For instance, if you're watching my video instead of Rick Beato's video, you either saw that video or you weren't going to watch it, because my upload of this is way different than his upload of this. Because you're not watching my video to see his video. You're watching my video to see the things I'm saying about his video. And I need to be able to play his video to show you what I'm going to say about his video. It would make a lot more sense at the very least. Now, it definitely walks the line when you're reacting to a video like this. Usually what fair use is for like small clips here and there. But if you want to review an entire video, it helps to show the entire video, And actually, in these reactions, I do cut out things that don't need to be there, at least for what I'm saying. For instance, that Kara video was actually originally 50 minutes when I recorded my reaction, but I cut out like a bunch of stuff from her video because I felt like it didn't really add anything to what I was saying, or it wasn't really relevant for the things I was saying. And then in this video, I'm probably not going to cut out too much of what he's saying because it's only 5 minutes and 48 seconds. I think a majority of it that needs to be here is here already.
I was talking about the Professor of Rock and his challenges with copyright, content ID claims, threats to strike your channel and take it down, things like that. And it continues to happen. And I've hired a lawyer full time because it's a full-time job.
I'm sorry, that is really funny that it's a full-time job. I mean, not that it should be. I'm just saying it's a full-time job for a lawyer to keep Rick Beato's channel from getting deleted and to keep him from having to fight all these copyright claims because of how much they're abusing fair use. Now, I do want to get into why YouTube can't step in, but it's actually going to be a video essay that hopefully might be up in the next week. I think I'm going to film it like tonight or tomorrow, later today or something. I don't know. It's going to get filmed soon, though. The script is ready, but it's pretty deep. It goes into a lot of things I can't get into in this video because there's a lot of stuff to bring up. But basically, YouTube's hands are tied for several reasons. So yeah, that's part of the reason why record labels are able to abuse it to this degree. That and the money and power they have.
Probably 4,000 claims over the last 9 years from things that are fair use, where I'm discussing songs. I'm doing interviews with people where I'm playing the music that they either wrote and recorded or they produced. I finally...
So it should be fair use, right? For instance, if you're doing an interview and you play a clip of it to ask it when you're asking a question about it, makes sense, you know? That way people who aren't in the know or aren't as familiar with that song or even familiar with it at all, at least know what the fuck you're talking about. And the thing is it's not taking away money from someone listening to the original song. The record label shouldn't give a shit about someone playing 5 seconds of a song. You know, they're just trying to either steal money or they're trying to silence/delete someone. In this case, they're trying to delete Beato. At
first, I was like, okay, forget about it. I won't do it. And then I did a Rick Rubin interview and it had 13 copyright claims in the video. That's when I hired a lawyer to fight these. And what he's done is he fought every single claim. And there's many of my interviews, which are all fair use, that have multiple songs in them. When I interviewed Daniel Lanois, there were so many songs in it. Brendan O'Brien, all these producers that I interview, and forget about the artist that I interview where I play their music and we talk about it. You need to play people's music to talk about it.
Yep, that's what I was saying. It's not going to make sense, especially the people that aren't familiar with the song.
That is the definition of fair use. These are interviews with the people about their careers. Now, why are these record labels wanting to take down content about artists that have records on their label?
The thing that's really weird about that, too, is it's actually probably benefiting them. Rick Beato playing a clip of their song in an interview, and if someone's engaged in an interview, it's basically like free promotion, free advertisement, you know? Like, if someone likes that segment of that song and hadn't heard it before, they may go to Spotify and add it. It's actually probably great promotion for them. Like, I don't really understand. Like, it's not, you know, it's not like a billboard or anything, but it's something. Like, and it's free. They're not even losing out money from it. The money they're losing out from it is like money that they're just stealing, essentially.
What sense does that make? Well, you might say, well, they don't own their own songs. They don't own their own publishing. They sold it. No. This is actually the sound recordings that are in here. So it is literally Universal Music Group because they own the sound recordings. Yes, some of the content ID claims come from the publishers as well. So sometimes I'll get 2 different claims. I don't even understand how this works, honestly. But we have success.
That is kind of funny. I mean, not that this, you know, I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at the idea that they're getting multiple claims for the same thing. They're like, oh, I'm going to fuck this guy in the ass. They're like, no, I'm going to fuck this guy in the ass. All right, we're going to fuck him in the ass together.
But it literally cost me so much money to do this. Since we've been fighting these things and never lost one, they still keep coming in. I mean, it's ridiculous. What do I have to do here? I'm sorry to come on and complain.
I think this is a warranted complaint. One thing I hate is when you make videos like this and then people complain in the comments. They're like, oh my God, you're just complaining. It's like, bro, am I not allowed to talk about like someone trying to delete my channel? Because there was people saying that about the busy video, like busy copyright strike. I'm like, I'm sorry. Am I not allowed to talk about busy trying to copyright my channel and fucking get it deleted? I'm sorry. I thought that, first of all, this is my fucking channel. Secondly, I think this is a pretty fucking big deal and it should be pointed out. And like you trying to make it okay is fucking weird.
Honestly, they're all Universal Music Group. So they obviously have hired some third-party company that are dredging up things. They're looking for things that haven't been claimed in the...
It's the AI. The AI has gone rogue.
Past, they're taking videos from 7, 8 years ago. Give it a rest. My God. Now, if I didn't fight these 3 claims, my channel will get taken down with my 2,000 videos. Is that ridiculous? It's ridiculous to me. And they're for interviews. It's ridiculous. Love to know your thoughts.
Okay, my thoughts are this is ridiculous. You know, I'm not always 100% on board with all of Rick Beato's takes, but this is ridiculous. I mean, fuck all major labels, but especially UMG, not just because of this, but in general, like they got to be one of the worst ones in my experience over the years. Sub to Rick Beato if you haven't. Copyright strikes are just ridiculous. They're stupid. First of all, copyright claims are ridiculous because most of the time they're not even valid. And the only reason people back down on them is because basically if you fight back on it, you may have to go to court to settle it. Once you fight back on it, there may be court proceedings after that. So it scares a lot of people. That's basically why major labels are able to abuse this system, because they know people either don't have money or they're going to be scared. And it's just more money for them. But with Rick Beato here, I think it's something else. And I don't think it's about the money. The fact they're going after shorts and stuff like that, and they're all UMG, weird stuff in my opinion. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like button, subscribe if you're new here. Doing uploads almost every single day. If you want to support the channel, consider joining my Patreon or becoming a channel member. There's exclusive content, outtakes, and other goodies. I also have an affiliate link for Plugin Boutique down in the description. Great way to get yourself something and give my channel a kickback at no extra cost to you. I'll see you guys next time.